Hi guys. So this is the first episode of our podcast. Welcome to our channel, 1 hour of bat play, inspired by our Indian cricket team's innumerable instances of 1 hour of bat play. So Abhishek, get started. What we are here to discuss. Let's get started on that.
Yeah. So we'll talk about how the Indian cricket team just collapses in that 1 hour of bad play, and then we're all left frustrated after that in this podcast. So first, we'll start off with how our cricket watching journeys began. So I'll actually ask Bhashwar, how did your cricket watching journey begin?
So, we like my parents were like big cricket fans, not big cricket fans per se, but they were big Dada fans. So whenever like Dada used to come to play, we used to sit in our dining room, and we'll be having our food, and we have finished our food, but we cannot leave our seats because Dada is playing. And I remember my father is a very superstitious man. Okay, so Dada was batting at 239. I mean, he got out at 239. He was batting splendidly. And the reason he gave that he got out at 239 was since 39 is a multiple of 13. That's why he got out at 239, not because he played a bad shot. I mean, that's the kind of love that we have for Dada. So yeah, that is how it all started. Our kind of love for cricket, my kind of love for cricket. Yeah, so the I started kind of watching cricket seriously was the 2007 World Cup. I mean, we had such a brilliant the one day cricket World Cup, the ODI one. I started watching it seriously back then. But let's not talk about horror stories now. And then though it has been ingrained in my blood, to be honest. What about yours, Abhishek?
So used to play cricket with my brother ever since I was a 5-year-old kid. So my journey began more with playing cricket, and then I started watching cricket after that. But I like the first memory I have of watching a match fully is 2001 India versus Australia in India, and that was the match where Harbhajan Singh managed to dismiss Hayden from behind his legs. So
Yes,
he
yes.
actually ended up bowling him behind his legs, and that was like one famous victory where India had really less number of runs to defend, and they managed to defend it successfully. So that was like a historic moment, and from that, that is the time when after which I developed a sort of a passion for following the game, and then 2003 World Cup was just another crazy ride until it all unraveled in the final. Maybe 1 hour of bad play again. Not really. I think it
That
was
was
three and
one
a half
innings.
hours of bad play.
That
So
was one toss of bat play.
yeah. So that, and then yeah, ever since then I've been following cricket. But the real topic for today
Yes,
is the India versus England series, and then
yes.
how India started off as favorites for the series. The first test we almost won, but rain
Let's
decided
not
to
let's not
spoil sports.
say that we've almost won. There were still 157 runs to get, and there were several hours to get by. So we never know when the bad hour would have come. So
Hmm.
yeah, the way Rohit Sharma was batting with Pujara, it was looking like okay, we can win this. Every cricket enthusiast and cricket optimist would say this. But still, I'm a bit after looking at the collapses of last test, and I wouldn't hold anything against this team. Like anything can happen. So that is the thing.
Yeah, it can,
So
but in the second test, I remember. Both of us like very frequently, end up calling each other when the match is going on. We just like to discuss the game when the match is actually happening. And I remember calling him during the second test when Shami and Bumrah were out to bat, and
yes, no, no.
Rishabh Pant
You
was
called me
dismissed
when
very
Shami
early on.
and my favorite batsman Ishant Sharma
Uh,
was there. My favorite
Ishibai.
batsman, I think Ishibai should be our number three. Who is this Pujara? I don't know. Please Ishibai को 3 नंबर पे बुलाओ, उसको बैटिंग करवाओ. मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो बहुत अच्छा बैटिंग करता है. कंटिन्यू होगा.
So Ishant Sharma and Bumrah and Shami were out to bat, and we were like कि कैसे भी करके, बस कैसे भी करके 225 रन्स का टारगेट दे दे इंडिया, कैसे भी करके बस 225 रन्स का टारगेट. And even when Shami was defending the ball, we were like, अरे लाला, what super play, Lala demonstrating his technique, Lala OP, and then we just killed it only. I think 259 we were
59 was the
leading
target.
by. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
At lunch, I think we were leading by 259 or something. And then
Two
so
40 something, 240 odd, and then we scored another 12 runs in 9 balls, and then we declared.
या
I
अरे
mean,
अबाउट दैट जस्ट
yeah,
12 रन्स जो थे, वो जो हम बैटिंग करने के लिए आए थे इंग्लैंड से वापस, जो बैटिंग करने के लिए आए थे बिफोर गेटिंग इंग्लैंड इन. डू यू रिमेम्बर वो वहां पर जब झगड़ा हुआ था, वो बुमराह को उन्होंने कुछ तो बोल दिया था, कोहली आ गया था उधर ऐसा विंडो में, श्योर उधर आके ही जस्ट स्टूड, एंड आई फेल्ट कि उसको सिर्फ बदला लेना था कि इंग्लैंड को वो प्रिपेयर ना करने दे मेंटली. And also the fact that he just wanted them to grind again for just two
हाँ
overs
हाँ.
and then just to give them a taste of their own medicine की like आओ बहन जो तुम लोग bowling करने और जाओ
सिडनी
वापस अंदर फिर वापस आओ.
सिडनी और बर्न्स को भाई क्या ही. And I think it was a psychological move, and see, if it would not have paid off, people would have, अरे यार भाई 4 over, it was like 2 overs lost because of the overs, and also 2 overs for the changeover. So I mean, if England were 9 down and they would have saved the game, like तब तो कोहली की सब मार ही लेते. तो बट हाँ ठीक है, अभी things turned our way. But
Yeah.
it was, matlab, you have to take those decisions. Like if you cannot get them out in 60 overs, you won't be probably getting them out in 64 overs as well. So I think that was the rationale behind this decision. And ठीक है, matlab, sometimes mind games play out beautifully, and it did in the last test.
Yeah.
Coming
Then the
to
third test leads. Okay, then. So this is the topic that has inspired the birth of this podcast, I believe.
yeah,
So
I mean, this has kind of made this a need of the hour, I think. I mean, we have had hours of bad play, like 36 all out, then the 6th day morning in the WTC final. Then we had these two horrible collapses. I mean, I think, I don't know. I mean, there is some issue with the. I mean, what would you say is the biggest problem for this massive collapses? Like, what do you think is the reason
हाँ,
for
तो
this?
इंडिया का कैसा है कि इंडिया को कभी कोई सीरीज के लिए हम बना देंगे अगर फेवरेट्स कि इंडिया ऑन टॉप, इंडिया डोमिनेटिंग, इंडिया लेजेंड, क्या ही खेल रहे हैं लड़के, ये वो. ऐसे भी बहुत टाइम से वी आर एनीवे सीइंग दैट पुजारा, रहाणे और कोहली नहीं खेल रहे हैं, ठीक है. और हम हमारे डिस्कशंस में भी दिस हैज बीन वेरी एविडेंट दैट वी हैव बीन डिस्कसिंग अबाउट दे आर नॉट प्लेइंग वेल, इट माइट ऑल गो ऑडी वेरी सून. बट एनीवे कमिंग बैक कि इंडिया अच्छा नहीं खेल रही है, ठीक है, मतलब मिडिल
At
ऑर्डर
least
अच्छा
batting.
नहीं खेल रहा है. हाँ, एंड इंडिया इज ऑन टॉप. तो इंडिया ने बोला ऐसे कैसे, जब हम टॉप पे रहेंगे तो ऐसा तो हम डोमिनेट थोड़ा ना करेंगे ऑपोजिशन को, वी विल अलाउ देम अ वे इन. ओके.
अरे
तो
हाँ,
इंडिया जब बैक्स अगेंस्ट द वॉल रहेगा, जब ऐसा मतलब सब कुछ अगेंस्ट रहेगा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में गैबा टेस्ट एवरीबडी इंजर्ड, जब सब कुछ अगेंस्ट रहेगा तब परफॉर्मेंस 100%. बट जब इस टीम को फेवरेट बना देंगे तो चूतियों की तरह जाके पहले ही इंस्टेंट्स में हक दिया जाएगा.
agree, 100% agree. Like Rahul said after the second test, they are a pack of wolves, and I agree. I mean, they are not like lions or whatever carnivorous animals do. Like whenever they get a taste of blood, they go for it. Like the great Australian team that we had, that Australia had. So that team, like whenever they would have gotten a slither of hope, slither of opportunity, they would pounce on. Indian team, bhai, third test, Michael Vaughan. India have won the series 4-0. ऐसे ऐसे बोल रहा है. Other all other
नहीं, थ्री
podcasts
वन थ्री
has
वन बोला था वो. 4-0 तो
3-1.
वो उसके लिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया कोलैप्स के लिए बोला था वो, कि
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने जब अपने को फर्स्ट मैच में हरा दिया था तो उसके बाद उसने
Right.
4-0 बोल दिया था. बट हाँ, एनीवे.
So I mean, the backs were against the wall for England. Like if nobody was expecting anything. And I remember Agar texting me at 3:26 p.m. of the first day, and he said कि मुझे ना लग रहा है
थर्ड डे
कि
थर्ड
आज
डे थर्ड डे
first day, third test of first.
ओ राइट राइट राइट
हाँ हाँ.
हाँ
So he texted me. I think he'll struggle in this game, And like भाई मुझे भी सेम लग रहा है. शुरू हुआ गेम, केएल राहुल आउट. एंड लाइक चलो बढ़िया 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 ये हुई है. एंड आई वेंट टू अ बार, ठीक है, एंड देयर वाज दिस ह्यूज प्रोजेक्टर that was showing the game, and I'm seeing in the huge projector Virat Kohli getting out, Rohit Sharma getting out, Pujara getting out, Rahane getting out, and I'm like, what the hell? Like this is giving me so much BT, just giving me BT after BT. So, but cannot help it. Third test is done and dusted. I think India team should forget whatever has happened, and I think Indian
नहीं
team has the
नहीं
mental capacity to forget what has happened.
even with like that first day collapse, उसके बाद first day England batted, second day fully England batted, third day they batted for a bit and then I think we came in, right?
Yeah,
Third
yeah.
day
Third
was the
day,
day,
third
no,
day
we came in.
morning, they
हाँ yeah,
they came for
they
the
got
last 2 wickets.
dismissed for some 10. हाँ उसके बाद हम लोग आए, फिर उसके बाद हम लोग, फिर उसके बाद भी हम लोग खेल लिए, ठीक है। उसके बाद भी हमारा डिस्कशन यही था कि उस दिन हमारा सम 200 रन समथिंग पे 2 wickets were there and we were like a third day they will put up a fight also. We had discussed this also that third day ये लोग थोड़ा सा फाइट करेंगे क्योंकि ऐसा अभी फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में कोलैप्स हो गया, अभी थोड़ा सिचुएशन संभालना पड़ेगा जाके, ठीक है। तो अभी इमीडिएटली बाहर नहीं हो सकते। उसके बाद हमारे अभी अभी द स्वॉर्ड इज हैंगिंग ऑन द नेक ऑफ अजिंक्य रहाणे एंड चेतेश्वर पुजारा 100%। तो अभी केएल राहुल का हो गया इस सीरीज में खेल के, केएल
KL
राहुल
Rahul
का
should be
हो
dropped, I
गया।
think, for the fourth and fifth test. We'll come to the match squad predictions after this. Go
या
ahead. Agar.
एंड रोहित शर्मा सेम शॉट हर बार आउट होते हुए, बट ठीक है, ओके, इट्स फाइन ओनली, मतलब इट्स जस्ट समथिंग वी आर यूज्ड टू, पुल शॉट एवरी टाइम, डीप स्क्वायर
Deep
लेग।
square leg, of course.
एंड देन रहाणे एंड पुजारा का अभी स्वॉर्ड हैंग कर रहा था ऐसे, तो उन्होंने बोला क्यों नहीं हम थोड़ा रेजिलियंस और फाइट शो करते हैं, क्यों
Next
नहीं। तो
10 match
पुजारा,
ticket खरीद लेते
हाँ
हैं अभी के लिए.
हाँ, दिस इज प्योर शिखर धवन बिहेवियर, ओके, दैट इज व्हाट शिखर धवन always has been doing in the ODI squad. 10 matches he won't play for, one match he will come and score 100 and then and all of that jazz and then he'll be in the team for 10 matches, ठीक है। तो तभी पुजारा ने फाइट वाइट दे दिया। उसके बाद डे एंड पर भी कैसे हो सकता है, इट्स जस्ट लाइक दैट वाज द मोमेंट व्हेन वी मेंशन दैट वी हैव सीन टू मच क्रिकेट, ठीक है। डे एंड पे हमने एक दूसरे से डिस्कस किया टुमारो अर्ली मॉर्निंग कोलैप्स, टुमारो ओनली, फर्स्ट सेशन ओनली अर्ली अर्ली मॉर्निंग कोलैप्स, एंड देन देख ही लिया हमने कि क्या हुआ, फोर्थ डे फर्स्ट सेशन में ही सब खत्म, सब अंदर आए और चले गए। So yeah, I think that's where it ended. And yeah, anything else to add for the third test?
I think third test के बारे में और बात नहीं करते हैं तो ही बेहतर है. I mean, hey, it's just bad, भाई. How can you like collapse? Like 6 7 people are like, चलो मैं चलता हूँ, दुआओं में याद रखना है. Like, come on, यार, come on, please. And India's lower order is bad. Let's be honest. Except for Ishant Sharma, there isn't a proper batsman in the lower order. So yeah, that is also a problem. Bumrah and Shami played for one match, but they won't be playing. Let's be honest. They do not have the technique to defend and all that. My man, Ishant Sharma has. Okay.
ईशांत
So
शर्मा को इस आदमी ने अलग ही हाइप करके रखा है, पता नहीं कौन सा, तो इसका एक काउंटी सीजन देख लिया है उसने और उसके बाद से ईशांत शर्मा हैज टेक्निक has been declared by this guy, and Ishi Bhai is greater than Pujara, Ishi Bhai is greater than all of the tailenders combined. Is the propaganda that he's
yeah.
going after.
Ishi Bhai is a great batsman. Like, bhai, after he came from the county season, he scored a 50 against England in this India versus England, which happened in Chennai and Ahmedabad.
इंडिया में रन बनाया था वो, ऐसा भी सोच,
हाँ
इंडिया में रन बनाया था वो।
भाई, वो ठीक है, रन बनाया था, बट ही वाज प्लेइंग प्रॉपर क्रिकेट. दैट इज द थिंग. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. Anyway, let's come to the fourth test predictions. Agar any changes in the lineup?
हाँ, चेंजेस इन द लाइनअप तो रवि अश्विन को खिलाना चाहिए। वो क्या बेचारा यूट्यूब पे वीडियो ही वीडियो डाले जा रहा है, ये लीड्स आ गए हम और ऐसा वैसा, लेट मी टेल यू अ कुट्टी स्टोरी, और ये वो क्या भाई, उसको स्टोरी
एक
बनवाने के
मैच
लिए
जीतता है
लेकर
और
गए
कुट्टी
उधर।
स्टोरी स्टार्ट हो जाता है, सीरीज खत्म होने दो भाई, उसके बाद करो जिंक्स। ठीक है।
हाँ। सो अश्विन को तो डेफिनेटली अंदर लाना चाहिए। इन माय ओपिनियन ईशांत शर्मा विल बी ड्रॉप्ड इवन इफ वी प्ले विद थ्री पेसर्स, इट विल बी फाइन। एंड इन प्लेस ऑफ अजिंक्य रहाणे, दिस फेलो आई हैव हैड टू मच ऑफ। एक वो मेलबर्न का 100 पे, वो अभी तक टीम में है, ठीक है, और वो उसने ठीक है कैप्टनसी अच्छा किया था, पर वो एक बैटिंग परफॉर्मेंस के दम पे अभी तक टीम में। अब मेरे को उसका शक्ल भी देखने का इच्छा नहीं है थोड़े टाइम के लिए।
नहीं, आफ्टर द second test, second innings, he also held the bat for some time. So cannot discount him for that. But yeah, I'll also be honest with you. Like I have my concerns over Ajinkya Rahane, because like there are some people who get into form and they will continue with that form. Like Rohit Sharma is doing right now, even though he'll get out at deep square leg even in this test match, that's a given. Like even after that, even after saying that, like Cheteshwar Ajinkya Rahane, he scored 100 and he did nothing for the Australia series. Like he cannot continue his form. My issue is that he cannot continue his form. So I mean, everybody has bad patches. Virat Kohli is having kind of a bad patch because compared to the great player he is. But we know once he gets that 100, once he gets the 71st 100, he will be back. He will be back.
Yeah.
We are hoping for that when that will come. But Ajinkya Rahane cannot say the same. Like, if you're looking at a long-term prospect, I think the position of number five is something that we should look
Yeah, I mean they can try Mayank Agarwal at that place, and let's see how it goes. I read, I was listening to Harsha Bhogle and Michael Vaughan, and what they also said was that when England changed things up in the third test, they kind of benefited from it because the Indian bowlers were used to bowling to those set of people, and when
at.
they
Right.
had fresh faces, like they faced difficulty. So even we might be able to do the same with these England bowlers if we get in a couple of new faces also, if not a whole. रीजेग ऑफ द स्क्वाड।
No,
तो
no,
हाँ,
not a
मतलब
reject. Huh?
बेनिफिट कर सकता है।
Yeah, I mean, Mayank Agarwal can come in for the fifth spot. SKY can come in. Hanuma Bihari can come in. I mean, if you're going by that logic that we have not seen this guy enough, then by that pure logic, Surya Kumar Yadav should get in.
हम्म।
Because I mean, he has a technique that is not like very technical or stuff, but he gets by. He gets by. He's comfortable with his technique. He gets by stuff. And Hanuma Bihari and Mayank Agarwal, they're proper technical batsmen. Mayank Agarwal, though, of course, is one. So yeah, let's see how the team pans out. And win the toss, bat bowl. I mean, of course, India will lose the toss. India won the last toss, and we saw what happened. So, what would you be happy India doing at first?
नहीं नहीं, इंडिया को कोई भी पिच हो, कुछ भी कंडीशन हो, इंग्लैंड में तो इंडिया को बॉलिंग ही करना चाहिए। इंडिया को एक्सपेरिमेंट, इफ दे हैव अ चॉइस, दैट इज इंडिया शुड ऑलवेज बॉल ओनली। मतलब आई फील के इफ दे बैट फर्स्ट दे विल जस्ट गो एंड कोलैप्स ओनली, और कुछ कॉन्फिडेंस ही नहीं रहता है ऐसा बैटिंग में। तो आई थिंक वॉट एवर बी द सिचुएशन, इंडिया शुड गो फॉर बॉलिंग ओनली, बिकॉज there used to be a time कि अपना batting used to be our strong side of the game, but now bowling is our strong side of the game clearly, and it is like showing also in this series. So yeah, win the toss and bowl only. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than a collapse. Like in bowling, I think you get more opportunities. Like you have a hour of bat play, then you can introspect. In batting, you have an hour of bat play, you're done for the match. So yeah, in
Hmm.
bowling, it gives you chances, and the batting is not like on high confidence. At least the middle order. Pujara got some quality runs the last match in the second innings.
Hmm.
But still, I mean, they are not being. I mean, Kohli. I mean, Kohli is not being able to convert the 50s into hundreds. It's an area of concern that I think Virat
Yeah,
Kohli
yeah.
will be wary of. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we should go and bowl first, get them down to a low total, and then we'll see what happens.
2 years since Virat Kohli has scored 100. Statistics पर आते हैं, 2 years since Virat Kohli scored 100. So, but actually now it has been 50 innings or so that
50
Virat
innings,
Kohli
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, has not scored 100. So like that is a cause for concern. एक moment पे it was looking like he'll clear easily break Sachin's record of 100 hundreds. But in one days, I think still he will break it. He's very close,
Yeah.
but in tests, it does not seem like he'll be able to. But on the topic of statistics, about Rohit Sharma's specific statistics
Yeah.
that are out there, just out there. Just random statistics are what we ridicule. Okay, so there is one statistic since Rohit Sharma started opening, he has scored the most number of runs as an opener. तो अगर भैया तुम रोहित शर्मा का स्पेसिफिक स्टैट ही ढूंढने जा रहे हो तो तुम्हें मिलेगा ही ना वो उसमें बेस्ट सिंस सचिन तेंदुलकर वाज बोर्न any number of cricketers to have played for India उसमें से पृथ्वी शॉ हैज डन दिस पृथ्वी शॉ स्पेसिफिक स्टैट है वो ओके तो मिलेगा ही उसके लिए पृथ्वी शॉ ऐसे
Ah,
स्पेसिफिक
matlab, the
स्टैट्स
Indian
आर सो रैंडम
broadcasters are like very India specific. They cannot stay neutral. Like I do not like Sanjay, Sunil Gavaskar. I just do not like their analysis because they are very. I don't know. I mean, it's just very irritating at times. Like I want to see a broadcast that is neutral. Keep the biasness to us. No, like we are biased.
yeah
We are
yeah yeah
clearly Indian fans. We are clearly biased. So keep the biasness to us. That is our point.
yeah
So on that note, खत्म करते हैं आज के लिए.
हाँ
देखते
आज
हैं
के
क्या
लिए
होता है.
let's see how the first episode reaction to the first episode is. Let's see.
हाँ.
Chalo
हाँ.
guys.
So like, share, subscribe. Of course, you can see
And
our setup. It's a Zoom recording.
super
So
professional.
super professional Zoom recording.
So
So yeah, let's meet after day one if we get the time. I mean, we are MBA students, so we cannot guarantee you anything, but we'll try.
right. Okay
Anyway,
guys. Bye bye.
okay, guys. Bye bye. See you.